The black cherry tomato that I've sowed, it's gone. It ain't make it, y'all. Look how tall this thing is now. It's like, it's giving me shade. That's so cool. It's so big now. Where did I see you? Oh, right here. I'm gonna get you today. Smells like lemons. You guys grow a lemon tree or go get one and rub your hands on the leaves. I'm not kidding. It smells like lemons. It's super, super cool.
So in love with these feelings, can't help to express myself. I'm so proud to be a black woman.
Peace, peace, peace. Look at these beautiful roses I got. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna do a tour for March. The black cherry tomato that I've sowed, it's gone. It ain't make it, y'all. It didn't make it. And I'll let y'all see. Let's take a look in the garden. Okay, so before we start the tour, soil friends, I want y'all to see what I did. It is my fault the tomato did not make it, okay? The black cherry tomato that I put in this Vigo self-watering pot, I left it filled with water, and I left it sitting in the water for a while. And I think I destroyed it. I don't think it's gonna come back. The stem still looks green, but I don't know. I left it in the water, y'all, and I didn't drain it. I had this thing all the way on 90 down here, and it sat in there for a few days. By the time I noticed, it was already like this. There's 2 little tomatoes on there. And yeah, so this Vigo watering pot is a little tricky for me because I'm normally used to watering and the water just drains from the bottom. With this Vigo watering pot, you fill it up in here. There's a meter that lets you know, and the meter was off too. I don't know what was going on. Like, the meter was, even when I let all the water out, the meter was still like that. And I'm like, what is going on? So I took it all apart and I figured it out. It just came apart down there. But you have to let this drain. It says, especially if you get a lot of rain, which we don't get a lot of rain. Sometimes we do during the monsoon season, but if you get a lot of rain, they suggest you just leave it like that. But I didn't think to do that, and I let it sit in here for a few days, maybe more than a few days, and it was just sitting in water. And I don't think that's pretty healthy, especially for tomatoes. I don't think they like to just sit in water. I think all plants need to be like watered and then drained and maybe dry out a little bit before we water. Like, peppers don't like a lot of water. They will go home to glory if you overwater them. So yeah, that's what happened. It's okay. I have another cherry tomato in the garden, which I believe it's Indian curry. I'm not sure if it's Indian curry or another black cherry tomato, but I'll let you ladies and guys see that. So yeah, this is how the garden is looking. And let's get a little closer. Let's start with the green stalks because they are fairly new to the garden. And I want y'all to see what we have put in them so far. So recently, like literally yesterday, I came in and added some Black Beauty zucchinis throughout the garden. I even have these still that I need to plant. I'm gonna do that today. I also threw in these. These are either chili tepin or chili pickling peppers that my partner's dad gave me a bunch of seeds to plant for him. And we have one that's getting more bushy. It's also getting ate up by some critters. But it is getting more bushy. It wasn't that bushy. I threw some of them into our green stalks as well. And I'm not sure, y'all, if it's the excuse my pronunciation for Spanish. I think it's chile piquin and chile tipping. So I'm not sure which ones are which in the garden right now because I don't have any labels on them. I lost them. But yeah, I have a few that I started from seed for him. I recently added these sweet berry strawberries to the garden, y'all. I literally just put all these new plants in on yesterday. So today is the 25th of March. I did this yesterday on the 24th. So we have some of the sweet berry everbearing strawberries with the pink flowers. And I just got these, just one, it had two plants in the one container. I just got one of them from the big box store. Put a little bit of berry tone in there, and so those, excuse me, I also added the rest of the bell peppers to the garden, so when we get near all of them I'll point them out. So there's one right here. These are all the bell peppers that I overwintered, and I noticed the moment I put them in the garden they seem to be doing well. We got a little bit of growth on them. So there's about 3 of them in this section of the garden where all the green stalks are, and then I'll show y'all the other ones. But this one has another pepper plant. So 2 pepper plants are in here. These marigolds are trying to come back. I transplanted these in here too recently, this week. And they did go into shock, but all of them are coming back. We have our other strawberries. We moved everything into the green stalks. I have spinach right there. These berries are producing out. I gave them some kelp and berry tone in early part of the season. I'm getting a little bit of berries, but not as much as I would hope for. But I'm very grateful to have them in the garden. They're super sweet. I eat them all the time, even when they're tiny. But I am seeing more growth. So we'll just see how they do, even when we move them underneath our pergola over there. I think I'm going to have Babe help me start moving everything underneath the shade come like the end of May. Before we get to June, I want to have everything underneath there that I can move. But yeah, we got some of the Bloomsdale spinach is being ate up by something over here. Let me see what's going on. I might have to do some pruning. Can't tell if it's dirt or little aphids or something. Yeah, it looks like something was eating on it. So I'll just harvest them and throw the other ones in the sacrifice garden. But that's some spinach right there. And yeah, so let's move along. Down here, I added some celebrity tomatoes yesterday. We just put these in. And they're determinate. Woo! Glory. They're determinate tomatoes. And that's super big for me because I have been wanting more varieties of determinate tomatoes. So I have these in the green stock. I think they'll do well. I'm going to sow some basil in here. I got a couple of seeds I want to put in today. Like cinnamon basil, the regular Genovese basil. I have the purple basil from last year. And I think I'm going to see if I can plant either borage or chamomile down here in the green stalks. I don't know. Maybe I will, because I have 4 yellow green stalks that I still need to fill up. And I still need to finish my soil over there too. But okay. I did see a strawberry somewhere. Not that one. Where did I see you? Oh, right here. I'm gonna get you today. I'm gonna do harvesting a little later. I have a friend that's gonna come and do a photo shoot for the garden. So I'll make sure to share those photos with y'all. There's a couple of green beans down here that I added. It's the contender beans. So it's a few of those down here. Some marigold flowers. And the rest of the strawberries. And then I just added poblano peppers, jalapeno peppers to the green stalks. So there's 2 poblano peppers there and 2 jalapeno peppers. And then we have a bush cucumber over there. So some of my seedlings, the starter plants we picked up from the big box store, some of them went into major shock. I don't know if these bush cucumbers are going to make it. One of them looked like it might bounce back. This one right here, and maybe this one, but I took the third one out. It was 3. So I'm assuming when I was transplanting the cucumbers and everything, I did it when the sun was out like this. It wasn't hot, but the sun was out. And I feel like I should have waited until the garden got shade to sow the new starter plants in the garden, but I was just too excited. And I was ready to just, get the garden more full before we get really hot. So, if these bush cucumbers don't make it down here, I'm either going to get more starter plants or just sow the seedlings I started over there in the mini greenhouse. So, yeah. Nothing going on down here. We got the other bell pepper plant that I put in there, and this one, I'm not sure if this is the chili pepino pickling, but it's a pepper plant. And now we have beautiful flowers. I mean roses. These are cut merited rose. You can see the tag there. And this came from the big box store. When we got the starter plants, I went ahead and got these roses as well. A few people in the family like roses and flowers, so I thought it would be sweet to grow more roses and pretty flowers that I can cut and make bouquets out of for all the special ladies in my life. So we have those. And I'm thinking eventually I'll put them in like a rope handle tub. This pot is maybe 10 gallons. So I'm going to eventually transfer them into like one of the rope handle tubs. I'll get a couple of more of those for the garden, but not many. What's so cool about this lemon tree, y'all? Oh my gosh, it's bigger. It's getting more full. I started the lemon tree from seed in 2024. And I was at my parents' house when I started this lemon tree. You guys, the leaves smell like lemons. The whole tree when you rub your hands on the leaves, I am not kidding. It smells so good. It smells like lemons. Um, there is some new things going on with the tree. It's getting more growth. We're getting more branches, stems. There's a new one right here, which is super cool. And also, there's thorns all over it now. There's so many thorns. So I'm going to have to be careful. There's thorns everywhere. You can see those little pointy things right there. They're everywhere. But it's so cool. It smells like lemons. You guys grow a lemon tree or go get one and rub your hands on the leaves. I'm not kidding. It smells like lemons. It's super, super cool. So the lemon tree is in the terracotta pot. I took it out of I had it in the rope handle tub. Yes, I had it in this one back here. So I moved it because I figured my lemon tree is still very young and small. I think it's doing well though. And the bigger it gets, I'll know when I want to put it in something bigger. And me and Babe were talking about how we can't wait to get a home and be able to put it in the ground, because that's going to be lovely to have our own lemon tree in the ground, like start our fruit tree selection there. But let's see. We have the moringa, not moringa, that's the moringa. We have the mandarinette hibiscus, and she's starting to give us some blooms. You can see all the little petals getting ready to open up there. So that's cool. This mandarinette hibiscus just turned into a little bushy bush there, some kind of tree. It was very tiny when we got it from the swap meet. So I keep it in the rope handle tub until this baby can eventually go in the ground. So that's the goal. That is why I went and invested into getting these rope handle tubs, so that like our trees can just, they can rent these rope handle tubs until we can get them in ground. So over here we got look how tall this thing is now. It's like it's giving me shade. That's so cool. It's so big now. Look at that. That's the moringa. So this is the moringa that was gifted to us at the end of 2024. So we've had this cutting. Oh, there's a bee. I don't want to disturb it. Let me see if y'all can. It's a lot of them. Oh, you guys are welcome. Y'all are always welcome. So this moringa was gifted to us from the end of 2024 from some farm friends, and I really need to update the brother that gifted us, him and his fiance, because it has taken off a lot. I haven't used it yet, y'all. I haven't made any tea or powder or anything, so I need to do that before. I need to harvest some of the leaves and try it out. So this dragon fruit is taking off a lot. I'm not even gonna bother the marigolds that are growing in there, but look at all the new growth. All of these things were not on there. Like, that is new. These are new. When we got this cutting, this dragon fruit cutting, it was just this part and the arm. It was just that in there. It was just this middle, the big sec part there in the middle, and the arm. But all this new growth is phenomenal. And it's just in a 5-gallon container there. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna move over here and let y'all see what we got in the raised bed. So now there's gonna be some pole beans growing in here. And I can't remember. Oh, let's see. Nope, that's not it. That's an old garlic label. It's actually my garlic from right here. These, I can't remember if I sowed 3-color blend, y'all. I am horrible with labeling. But they're beans. We got a jalapeno in here that I stuck in there. I think I started that from seed. I did. That's right. I started this from the library seeds I got. That's the jalapeno early. I started that in September. And now it's taken off. Because it was a little bitty thing for a while. Now, Anquisha hasn't been saying anything about the Garlic 2026 challenge. Y'all might want to go ahead and throw your girl in there. Brother Will, Brother Chad, Brother Doug, come on, Coast to Coast crew. Y'all might want to throw your sister in there, okay? Because these garlics, they pretty thick. My garlics are thick, they scaring me. These are some of the garlics I sowed from the store. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. 3 over here, 3 over there. There's 6 here, and then I have my homegrown garlics. I'll show y'all the other ones too, but these babies, y'all see them stats? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Give me my garlics. We got some green onions in here. There's one of the zucchinis we just added. It looks like it's gonna be okay. It took a little shock, but it didn't like wilt like the other ones did. So that's what's happening down here in this raised bed. I had 2 tomatoes in here, y'all, but they didn't make it. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull them up. They didn't make it. But look at that green onion. I need to come harvest. I can't wait to harvest today. Okay. And then before I go over there, while I'm right here in front of the raised bed, I'll let y'all see what I did here. So this looks like it could be either a black cherry or Indian curry. Cherry tomato, y'all can see the colors. The colors are, they're giving black cherry. I wonder if this is another black cherry. If it is, that's gonna be sweet because I did lose one. So there's that. They're growing pretty well. I have another tomato plant in here, but this one doesn't look so well. It started to grow a tomato down here, but I'm not confident about that one. So I might just pull that one up. And what else we got down here? We got green onions. And then there's celery back here. If y'all can see down there, the celery. It's like kind of next to this cherry tomato plant. So in this little planter, it's just green onions, marigold flowers, the cherry tomato, and the celery. I didn't want to put too much in there. Potatoes I'm gonna harvest Sunday. I'm gonna let them dry. They've been I've been letting the soil dry out since Sunday. So we're gonna see if we have potatoes. I harvested the big grow bag we had, and it was just little baby ones. I'll let y'all see because they didn't do as well as my other two. I'll let y'all see them. So I harvested them. They were little babies. They're just little tiny babies. Look at all these little tiny babies. They didn't get as big as I wanted. Um, but I harvested them. And y'all, if I don't get potatoes, I'm giving up. I don't know. I am trying different ways, and we just gonna hope that we get potatoes. Uh, I want y'all to see the sunflower patch right here. These are all sunflowers. I just threw a whole bunch of seeds that I harvested from last year. I harvested them and saved them, and they regrew. They regrew. It's a lot of them. I can't wait for them to open up and bloom. Sorry for the noise in the back, y'all. I do have on the mini mic. So let's see. I can see one of my Armenians didn't make it, but that's okay. I can still sow more. But these are my Armenian cucumbers. I sowed them on 312. And we got corn trying to come in from the birds, moving those bird seeds. But so far we got 2 Armenian cucumbers in the garden. I'll sow another one. I love Armenian cucumbers. I'm going to let these people finish doing their job, and then I'll come back and show y'all the rest. Okay, it seems like it's quiet now. Before we get back to the tour, I want y'all to see a couple of seeds I'm going to add to the garden. So I'm going to add the Roselle hibiscus. And these came from the okra lady. Going to add those. Maybe like 1 or 2. And the basil, these are from the library. I pick up seeds from the library. So this is the Genovese basil. We're going to sow that in the garden. These are seeds from a soil friend, Black Earth Blooms. You can find her on TikTok. She sells plants as well. We did a seed swap last year, and she sent me a lot of seeds. So these are 2 I'm going to plant from her. I'm going to do the purple basil again, and I'm going to try cinnamon basil. And also, I don't know if I should sow borage and chamomile this late in the season. I don't know. I want to see what happens. So I'll sow it and see. I think the chamomile seeds I have to sow at the surface. Yeah, I have to sow them at the surface, and then the borage, I guess they can, depending how big they are, we can just sow those regularly. But okay, that's what we'll do, and I'm gonna keep those right there. So I want to plant those. So let's get back to the tour. And I gotta remember to put the other squash plants in the garden too. So we are over here now. So you guys, today I'm gonna do a harvest. I have mentioned that probably more than once because I'm overdue on harvesting. Lots of Swiss chard is in the garden. The Swiss chard did really well in the rope handle tub and also in the raised beds. But I have the Ford hook over here, some marigolds, and another bell pepper plant I overwintered. This is one I overwintered. We got our first bell pepper. Look how big this is. Oh, we got an airplane, y'all. A couple of beans are in here. We recently added those, but we got our first bell pepper. Look at that. It's a nice juicy size. It's pretty. So one is growing down here. And yeah, that's what's in that rope handle tub. I had another plant in here. I believe it was the spinach. Yep. I moved the spinach over there into the green stock because I felt like it was too many plants growing in here. So now it's like 3 big plants and 1 little marigold and then a couple of beans. And our other raised bed, this Ford hook took off so well. I'm just in love. Oh my gosh. Look at these huge leaves. Look at that. My hand is behind that. It's covering it. That is amazing. This Ford hook did really well in here in the raised bed. I'm guessing those roots is loving all the room. So these are my garlics down here in this raised bed. So these are all the garlics that me and Babe grew last year, and we sowed them, I believe, at the end of 2024. So October 2024, and then we got to harvest them last year in 25 in the summer. So these are ours, and I believe it is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just 5 of our homegrown garlics are in the garden, which is totally fine. And then we have the 6 over there. So that gives us a total of 11 altogether. Have a good day, Bells. I love you. I'm off today. All right. I have a lady coming over today. Okay. Bonus daughter is off to school. And let's get back to the tour because it's getting really hot. So we got beans down here I added on the sides, like the edges of the raised bed. No beans on them yet, but they're growing well. They like the warmer weather. And then there's some more mixed Swiss chard in the garden. And I have a lot of Swiss chard to harvest today. And let's see, we have some carrots now. I don't know if any of the carrots are ready. Like my taller ones, I'm not sure if they're ready to be pulled up yet. But these have been growing a while. I think I'm gonna harvest like these 3 today. I'm gonna harvest these 3 today and let the other ones finish growing. But just a few carrots in the garden. It's not a lot of carrots, but just a few. More than a few, but not like I wanted. But we'll sow more for fall. There's another bell pepper plant overwintered. It's got new growth on it. Some seedlings that I don't know. I'm not confident about them, but I've been trying to keep them from drying out. That is why I didn't do well sowing seeds, y'all, because I just was letting them just dry out. So, and that's how I lost a lot of the tomato plants because I let them dry out. It's a tomato right here. It looks good. Let's try it. What is that flavor? I don't know. So it's pretty, I think it's challenging starting seeds outside. I hope that these sweet potatoes do something. I see a little bit of growth on them, but it's pretty challenging starting seeds outdoors, especially in my desert climate. Before I end the tour, I want y'all to see this cute little setup that I did to kind of put my hometown in the garden. I'm from Galveston, Texas, and I found this cute little beach shop birdhouse at a thrift store I put in the garden to represent my hometown. I miss my hometown so much. Um, and it doesn't cost much to just get a plane ticket and go visit. I just haven't had the time, just trying to get my life together. It's taking forever. And I put these seashells in here because it just reminds me of home. And of course, we had to add some Dollar Tree decor to the garden. That's always awesome. I love going to pick up decoration for the garden. So I put that in there as a way to remember where I come from. We made a huge move when we left Texas, and I just can't believe we moved. We come from a small town. Let me give y'all a little history. So me and Quisha, we come from a small town in Texas called Galveston Island. It's along the Gulf Coast of Mexico. It's probably got a population of 50,000 plus population now, but it was small growing up. You just have like one Walmart on the island, a few other grocery stores, not much in small towns. But once you cross the bridge and go across the water and cross the freeway, get into the city, that's when you enter into Houston and things like that. So that's where I'm from. Just a little history on where I grew up and where I came from coming to Arizona. Knew nothing about this place when we moved. I just literally followed my parents and came out here. So yeah, that's just a reminder for me. And then of course, there's some other decorations like the just a little plant, like a little fake plant there. A little scarecrow, lots of green onions in the planter that's trying to seed already. And I always try to keep ponds throughout the garden and other little decor. We get decor from friends, like this cute little stiletto planter. I put some marigold flowers in there and added the decor that another friend gave me. We go shopping together, me and my friend. We like going to thrift stores and stuff. But yeah, that's what's going on in the garden, y'all. 357 Gardening. If you're new on the channel, hi, I'm Manquisha. I'm a container gardener here in Zone 9B, Low Desert, Arizona. And we have been trying to master growing our own food. I have been trying to master this thing. It's my 6th year trying to master growing food, y'all. And I'm not mad at the process. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of studying and learning, and there's a lot of mistakes and errors, but it's really, really fun. I think it's like one of the healthiest hobbies I could ever have. It teaches me a lot of patience. It teaches me how to be a nurturer. I feel like I don't really have that natural nurturer like most mothers or fathers will have. And I feel like the garden teaches me how to be a caretaker, how to be a nurturer and take care of things, because you have to take care of the plants. Whether you get them from seed or starter plants, you still have to take care of them and give them lots of love, talk to them, make them feel at home. Oh, and look at this. It's opening up. Look. She's so pretty. Let me see if I can get y'all a better view. Excuse me. Oh, she's so lovely. Hi. I think you're the first one I saw open up. You're so pretty. I think I'm gonna move. That way it's not leaning on that. Yeah, you need to get all that sun so you can be pretty and bloom. But yeah, that's what's happening at 357 Gardening, y'all, where we live, laugh, and garden every day. If you are not growing your own food, look, you better do it. It's a lot of us out here all over. If you're in Arizona and you are considering growing food, hit your girl up. I have my email in my description on our channel. And I'm also taking horticulture to become a master gardener for Maricopa County. So if you're out here in Arizona in Zone 9B, look for Adonquasia. There's so many other gardeners and farmers all over, so I'm just being funny. But it's one of the best things I've ever could have done. Investing into myself. Talk about investing into ourselves. This is what I'm investing into myself, is becoming a master gardener. Just continuing this journey of agriculture and gardening, and I just love it so much. I always try to throw that in there. I hope you enjoyed the time with us. If you did and it's your first time here, you can subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and hit the like button and comment something sweet. And also hit the notification bell so you're notified when we post more of our videos. Till next time, soil friends, I'll see y'all later. Peace.